Hey, what's up everybody, this is Sam from Zroder My Bet. In this video I'll be doing PFL 121 full card predictions and breakdowns and my bets. If you're new to my channel, I'm a handicapper, I do MMA predictions. I have experience of betting MMA, the UFC, Bellator and all the full package from 9 years. And so yeah, I'll be doing the full card predictions here guys. Before starting though, and if you don't follow me yet on Instagram, feel free to start following me. Before those videos I'm posting who I'm betting. In this case I made already the posting on this card, so make sure that you're following me so you can get the latest updates. And this video will be divided as follows. I'll be first doing the full card breakdown, my analysis, then onto the bets that I'm taking, then I'll be showing how you could support me on Patreon if you have an interest. Alright, so let's get started. The fight between Loik Radzhabov versus Alex Martinez. It's an interesting fight, guys. If you have never seen either of these guys fight, it's gonna be an interesting one. Loik, he's a super tough guy. You know, this guy's like he reminds me of a Paulo Costa, but as a lightweight. This guy moves forward like crazy. He's very muscular. Like short limbs like Paulo Costa has, but moves forward all the time, gets inside, start banging. But Costa doesn't have any ground game, or at least he has never shown ground game. But Loik has a ground game. It's mostly based on strength and power, but still he has some skills there. He knows when to throw guys, to the ground, do ground and pound, get out of the positions. So he's a pretty good overall fighter. I'm rating him not so well because he doesn't have much technique. He exposes himself a lot. But like I said, this guy is like a bully, and his fighting-based style. He beats wrestler out of using his strength, overpowering them. Alex Martinez, on the other hand, is a guy more like technical. I have them nearly the same rating because Martinez doesn't carry as much power as Loik does, but he has good straight shots. I like his footwork. It's not easy to hit. He times well his straight shots. He can wrestle, can take guys down, can grapple a little bit, but it's nothing like stellar or nothing outstanding. That's why it's pretty even in terms of skill set. That's why it's not that easy to call, guys. What I expect here, Loik gonna probably walk this guy down like unstoppably. It will depend a lot if Martinez can land clean and earns Loik's respect, like straight shots to the chin, drop this guy. If he can do it, then it's like I think Martinez could be the favorite, but still I think most likely is Loik Radzhabov. Since he has more experience, has more PFL bouts, he should be able to walk Martinez down, start bullying him down, landing ground and pound, land to the body. But I'm not ruling Martinez totally out of this, guys, especially by decision. If you have this prop bet, I'd say it's a very interesting one because Radzhabov, even though he carries the chin high, he's so physical, has such a strong chin. He's a big, quite a big dude, even though he's not so tall, he's quite big, muscular, like I said many times. And this guy will push forward, so let's see what happens. Like I said, I'm not ruling Martinez totally out of this. I don't know if they released the betting odds for this one yet, so this would be my odds, guys. Take a look, there is a range here. Because like I said, if Martinez can start landing clean, he can definitely win this fight. But most likely we'll see Radzhabov walking him down. On to the next fight, Brandon Loughnane versus Sheymon Moraes. Another interesting one. Loughnane is a guy that it's more like a well-rounded guy. He likes to stay on the outside, throw some kicks, 1-2 type of things. At times he takes the front foot, goes forward with the 1-2 body shot. He can kick too. He's a pretty well-rounded fighter. He has a decent clinch game, decent wrestling, good grappling. But at least from footage, he has nothing outstanding, even though he mixes things very well. I think he does have good game plans. He's a tough guy, Quite similarly can be said about Sheymon Moraes, even though Moraes is a very passive guy. He's more like, I cannot say passive, probably. Yeah, he's a little bit passive also. But he's more like a counter puncher. He likes to wait the guys to get under his range, to throw down. He likes to, hit some angles, throw shots on you. Defensively wise on the grappling, it's not easy to take this guy down, not easy to hold him down. He has some technique, has some athleticism, some power, but I don't like much his game plans. Like I said, he's quite passive. His style is based on counter punching and a little bit of power that he has. He's a tough guy, but it's nothing outstanding. Most likely we're gonna see Loughnane trying to walk him down. Actually not walk him down. We're gonna see Loughnane trying to use more technique and more range over Moraes. That's why this fight is quite weird to call and to bet. And the reason is Moraes has a little bit more power and he has better counter punching than Loughnane, like I'm putting here. So I would favor Sheymon a little bit on the counter punching. I think he's gonna be able to land the more powerful shots. The question is, can Loughnane be busy enough to look better in the judge's eyes, take this guy down, hold him a little bit, out wrestle him a little bit? It's quite tough to tell. Moraes is not the most consistent guy as well. Some bouts he shows up very nice. The other bouts he just looks like he doesn't really quite come prepared. So Loughnane by decision is probably the safest pick. If I have this bet on Loughnane by decision, I would take it, or Moraes by decision if the price is right. Alright, so it's a quite a weird fight to call. I don't recommend any straight bets on either of these guys. Most likely it's going to decision. So take a look on this decision prop bets. Probably the best way to go here. On to the next fight, Loik Radzhabov. Tyler Diamond versus the Korean Falcon. I forgot to add some stuff here. I'll tell you guys. Alright, so how do these guys match up? Diamond, and here's a caveat, guys. I haven't seen much footage on the Korean Falcon, so I'm assuming some things here, and I'm judging from what I've seen. So Diamond, on the striking part, he's quite decent, like a good power shots. Not bad MMA striking, not easy guy to hit, does a pretty good job. His forte, though, is his wrestling, his grappling. He's a very good wrestler. Can hold guys down, can out-grapple them. Pretty good there. I'm assuming that he doesn't have the best defensive grappling. And to me, here it's tough to tell again, because the last couple of fights of Diamond I was not able to find, so to analyze. So again, I'm analyzing what I've seen some couple of years ago, so this may be outdated. But Diamond has good game plan, he's a good wrestler, like I said, a tough guy. The Korean Falcon, man, this guy was built to fight MMA, he's a tall featherweight, like 5'11", not short limbs, especially has very long legs. He can hit hard, he has good straight punches, he can do a little bit of everything. I like his grappling from his back, he's very active. It's not easy to hold this guy down, it's not easy to take this guy down. I think that he has good wrestling, even though I haven't seen that. I don't know, from one fight that I've seen, which was in the Contender Series, if I'm not mistaken, he didn't quite show up, he got a little bit out-grappled. I think the reason there is because he started getting hit, and I think the moment was too big for him. But I think the Korean Falcon gonna show up here, guys. To be honest, I think this is a very close fight. I know that the bookies have like Diamond like a strong favorite. I don't think he's that strong favorite. I'm saying that Tyler it's maximum 60% favorite. So it's ranging between these lines. I'm still thinking that Diamond should win the fight because he has the better wrestling, and if he holds, if he takes down, he takes Bin Joe down, he can hold him there. But guys, I'm not trusting too much Tyler Diamond here. If you're gonna force me to bet, I would be going with Sung Bin Joe. I'm probably gonna be placing a bet on him. I'm waiting for people to keep betting Tyler Diamond so I can get better lines in Sung Bin Joe. And yeah, Joe by decision is definitely interesting because both of these guys are tough, but if you want to play safe, it's not too safe, but maybe Diamond by decision is the safest bet. But again, I think Sung Bin Joe also has more chances to finish Diamond than the other way around, because this guy, like I said, he's long, has good straight punches, he can do everything, he can kick. So this guy is definitely a force, and if he comes at his bet, he can beat anybody. All right, so on to the next fight, Chris Wade versus Anthony Dizy. Another tough one for me to call, guys. Not much footage available on Dizy. Wade, he's a pretty good overall fighter, even though he's not the best striker. I know that he has outstruck a guy that is a pretty good striker that's coming up here, Akhmed Aliev. But the reason is, I think his wrestling showed more, and the Aliev in that fight, for some reason, fell to those liver kicks. So Wade's a powerful guy, has good kicks, but on the striking part with the hands, he exposes himself, coming straight lines. He's not the best striker. Defensively, I think he's a little bit better because he stays on the outside, being quite busy, not that easy to hit. He's a good wrestler, obviously. I don't like much his game plans, to be honest. You know, he kind of sits on the outside. Then he's a good wrestler, but not much grappling. So I don't know. I don't like much what he does in the cage, to be honest. But still, he's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. I'm just judging, you know, what I've seen. And he's a tough guy, like I said. Now, Anthony Dizy. Unfortunately, I haven't seen him striking. You know, the bouts that I've seen, he shoots like all the time, got the guy down, out grapple the guy, and finish the guy. I'm assuming that he should be quite similar to Wade in this regard. You know, he should be not a good striker, but I don't know. I'm curious to see how this fight gonna play out. You know, I think Wade is probably the more technical grappler, the technical wrestler. He's definitely the more physical guy. That's why probably he's a strong favorite. But Anthony Dizy, I like what I've seen from him. You know, he's the better grappler in this matchup. If they would have like a no-gi match, probably Dizy would win that. You know, because he has way more technique, way more tools under his belt in terms of grappling. So I don't know, man. Wade by decision. Maybe this is the best the safest pick. But I'm not ruling Dizy out. I think Dizy has a good chance, you know, especially if I can out grapple Wade. I don't think he finishes Wade, but he can, you know, end up on top more often than not, etc. But I don't know, man. Take what I'm saying here with a grain of salt. I haven't seen much footage again. This is wrong here, guys, but I would say that Wade is probably, you know, from 50 to 70% favorite, assuming that he's the better wrestler, more physical guy, which will give you like minus 150 to minus 170. So Anthony Dizy, per my calculation, would be like plus 150, plus 170 in dog. The lines show him at plus 200, so I don't know. Probably Wade is the safest bet, but I wouldn't bet Wade myself, you know. So I think the best stay out of this fight, or bet Wade by decision, or bet Dizy by decision, alright? Joilton Lutterbach versus Raush Manfio. I think Lutterbach is a better fighter here, guys. I like what I've seen from him in front foot, you know. I like a lot his kicks. He's fast with that. He's a tall, rangy guy, good straight shots. He can go hooks. He can go aggressive. He can counter punch a little bit. He's a good grappler, you know, even though he's not stellar, you know, not explosive wrestler, super technical, but he mixes well with the hands, which gives him the 4 stars. It's difficult to deal with this guy's wrestling. Defensively wise, pretty good too, you know, not easy to take down. He can be taken down, but it's not easy to hold him down. Like I said, he's a good grappler. He has massive experience, so I think he deserves his ratings here. Good game plans. You know, he brings it. He's a big, tough guy. You know, especially for a lightweight. You know, he used it to fight in the welterweight. He has some bouts in the middleweight, so he's coming to lightweight, which I think he's probably gonna be lean and mean. You know, gonna be at his best here. Raush Manfio, he's the former champion of Titan. Pretty good, tough guy, you know. He likes to get inside and throw power. You know, he likes to hold his ground and throw down with the guys. I don't like much his style, to be honest, guys. Basically, it's based on brawling, you know. And in this matchup, he has such a massive size, not much of a size, you know. So there is a size discrepancy in favor of Lutterbach. Plus the range, the height, you know. And this guy carries the chin up, his hands drops. He doesn't have the best defense. He can get taken down. I'm not sure he's gonna be able to keep scrambling all the time, you know. So I think Lutterbach gonna be able to stay on the outside a little bit, you know. Once Manfio starts opening up, he's gonna get taken down and dominated. I think Lutterbach it's a strong favorite on this fight. This is my biggest bet, you know. I don't like much to bet the juices at these prices, but I think Joilton Lutterbach Santos has such a strong advantage everywhere that I'm willing to take the juice here. Bet him at minus. By my odds, he would be minus 330. He's now at minus 285. So there is some value there for me, you know. So I'm parlaying him quite a bit. And yeah, this is my safest pick by far, Joilton Lutterbach Santos. On to the next fight. Mikhail Odintsov versus Akhmed Aliev. Very interesting fight, very high level fight, guys. This is a war, and as expected, it's high level between Russians. This guy actually is from Belarus, but still, you know, both from Russian roots. Guys, this guy is an excellent striker. You know, he's very dangerous with he starts coming forward with 1-2, the liver shot, the kicks. You know, he hits hard. So he's definitely a force. I'm not giving 5-star because he's not tall. He doesn't use the jab well enough. Not so much angles, etc. But he has potential. You know, this guy has a great striker. He's not the best defensively. He most tries to bang with guys. He still deserves 3 stars because he's a very powerful striker. You know, Odintsov in the striking is not bad at all. You know, I like this guy MMA striking, pretty good level. You know, all this good stuff like. Straight shots, sorry, some hooks, head kicks, you know, not easy to hit, fast with the footwork. But this guy's shine on the wrestling. He's a very good wrestler. Sambo style, you know, angles, control, you know, Khabib style, pushing you against the cage, trap the legs, ground and pound, shoot again. He has this style, you know, of being relentless. This guy's tough, man, you know. Both of these guys actually are very tough. I expect this to be a war, guys. I don't know how to call this too much because Aliev, he has very good defensive wrestling, you know. It's very difficult to take this guy down. It's very difficult to hold him down. But if someone gonna take and hold him down, this person is Odintsov. But still, guys, I think Odintsov gonna try to shoot a couple of times. He's gonna get reversed because Aliev's so powerful and explosive, especially in the beginning. Then we're gonna see some ground and pound from Aliev. Odintsov stuff is gonna keep coming. I don't know, man. I think at the end, Odintsov gonna be able to impose the wrestling game a little bit more. But this definitely can go to Aliev because he could do more damage, you know. So gonna be, let's put it, you know, more like a grappling control and volume against the power. Let's see how this goes. Could go either way. I'm taking Odintsov. He's the dog, so this may be a little bit interesting. So I may put him in some small parlays or something, or maybe some small bet. If you could get this by decision, this would be the best bet because both of these guys so tough. I think it's gonna be very difficult to finish each other. On to the next fight, Lance Palmer versus Bubba Jenkins. Good fight between the wrestlers, you know. Guys, I'll be honest here. I think you know, I think Bubba Jenkins has tried most recently to improve his game a little bit more with the BJJ, with the striking, but unfortunately he hasn't caught up as much as I think he would like, you know. He's a quite athletic guy, but I don't know. Looking at him, I was thinking that he would be faster. He's not that super fast guy, not outstanding anywhere, you know, despite the wrestling. Of course, the wrestling, he's elite. But Palmer, sorry, is he's like elite guy. This guy's so physically strong, you know, like this guy's a tank. He has better grappling than Jenkins. I think Palmer can dictate this easily where this fight goes, you know, because he's more heavy-handed. I think Bubba Jenkins is gonna feel the power. Jenkins has some KOs lost under his belt, so Palmer probably gonna be able to, you know, have Jenkins worried about the right hand and gonna shoot and take him down at will. I think Jenkins gonna struggle from his back, you know, he doesn't have the BJJ to back it up. Palmer, he's a super, you know, stocky, strong guy from top, very good wrestling. He passes the guard, he can attack chokes, he can take the back. This guy's legit, you know, he's 5 stars here. And he's strong, he has more power, you know. So I think it's a tough fight for Jenkins, you know, even though I like to bet the dogs, but I think for Jenkins gonna be a tough one. So, but still, I'm not gonna be betting Palmer. I'm not gonna be parlaying him. Actually, I could parlay Palmer. I said that in my Instagram. So Palmer is not a bad parlay piece. I may throw him maybe together with Joilton Santos and some UFC fighters, you know, to try to multiply a little bit. But it's so small, guys. Like he's like minus 900, something like this, minus 800. I don't know. For me, it's too expensive. I don't know. I just don't like to bet so expensive like this. I don't know, maybe Palmer by decision, because Jenkins is a quite tough guy, but I'm not ruling Palmer out by TKO, like take him down, pound him, finish the fight. So I'd be careful with this line too, you know. I think it's a weird fight to bet, even though Palmer is such a strong favorite here. You know, maybe, yeah, even Palmer can even submit Jenkins in an arm triangle or something. So yeah, Palmer definitely is the safest bet, but I don't know, if something goes crazy, Jenkins by decision, I don't know, Jenkins shows up, stuff the takedowns, using his range better, 1-2s, you know, I don't know, never know at the end of the day if he can show up. The videos doesn't show that, but he can, right? Nothing is impossible. So if I could get Jenkins like plus 800 by decision, I would bet, you know, because I think there is some chances. So, I don't know, up to you. On to the next fight. Movlid Khaibulaev versus Lazar Stojadinovic. Sorry about pronunciation of both the names. So this guy Lazar, he's more like a power puncher. He walks guys down, like throw bombs. Somewhat resembles Loik Radzhabov in the sense, even though he's not that physically strong, he has more speed, more not more power, but has more speed on the punches. But still, defensively, this guy's quite poor. He gets hit quite a lot. He doesn't have the best timing, the best footwork. He's more like a front foot guy that brawls. I think gonna be tough against Movlid because another Russian that is an elite wrestler. Unless Lazar can land a bomb in the beginning, Movlid panic wrestles, he stuffs the takedown and finishes him. I think rather than that, it's gonna be very difficult because Movlid, he doesn't have the worst strike ever. He's tough to hit actually. He has good uppercuts inside. He's not afraid to throw. He's a powerful guy himself. I think Lazar gonna try to walk him down, but Movlid may exchange with him. But if he pushes too much, he's gonna get taken down and basically controlled. I think it's gonna be a tough fight for him. The lines hasn't been released for this one, but I expect that Movlid gonna be a strong favorite. Minimum is minus 330 in my opinion. So this guy is also a very, very, very safe pick. Like I said, unless Lazar comes out guns blazing, lands something big, and finishes him early, I think it's gonna be difficult after he gets taken down one time. I think the fight's pretty much done. It's gonna be tough to get this guy out, and he's gonna start, getting tired. The arms not gonna have the same power type of thing, So Khaibulaev is definitely a safe pick here. All right. On to the next fight, Natan Schulte versus Marcin held. This is an interesting one. Schulte is the current champion, right? This guy is legit everywhere, Good Muay Thai. It's quite difficult to deal with him, even though he's not super tall, super long. He has very good timing on his leg kicks. He's quite creative with his strikings, He can go 1-2s, he can spin, he can head kick, he can calf kick. So it's not easy to deal with this guy. Defensively, he has a very strong defense, even though he doesn't move much. But he has a Muay Thai defense, very tight, very tough to do damage on him. Grappling wise, pretty good. He's a very good judo player, and BJJ player. I'm not giving him 5-star because he doesn't have much wrestling. But if he body locks you, you're in trouble. He will get you down. He'll hold you down. He's a good grappler, like I said. Tough to take this guy down. Tough to hold this guy down. Great game plans. He brings it. He knows what he's gonna do. Tough guy, like I said, he's not the biggest for the division, not the most powerful, etc. But tough guy, Marcin held. Striking wise, guys, quite difficult to tell where he's at. I can tell that he tried to improve throughout the years and he didn't quite catch up. He's still quite stiff on the feet, even though he brought better 1-2s most recently, But still, he's lagging behind. Schulte should be able to dominate the striking. Now on the grappling, this will be interesting if this goes to the ground because Schulte not gonna want to grapple with Held, I think, because that's where Held's chances are. Schulte is a black belt, Held is a second degree black belt. This guy is nasty with the leg locks. He's like a wizard. Reminds I don't know, maybe Ryan Hall or something. But he's not that long with the limbs. But still he's so creative and he can scramble. He can sweep, he can take the top position. So I don't know. If I were Schulte, I wouldn't take this guy down. But I don't know. Maybe he wants to. The opportunity presents. He will take Held down and give a chance to Held. But I'm most likely gonna see Natan Schulte stuffing the takedowns. Like I said, he's the better judo player. It's tough to take this guy down. Marcin Held doesn't have the best wrestling. That's why he doesn't have the 5-star here. By the way, he shoots from far away. So I don't know, man. Held is it's quite tough matchup for Held, even though I don't think that the lines have him about right. I think they are punishing Held, more than he should. But still, guys, I don't know. This is a tough one to bet because to bet Schulte here, giving Marcin Held potential, to get a leg lock or something, He's gonna try to shoot. Don't get it wrong, Marcin Held is a tough guy. He's gonna push. Schulte is definitely the favorite, but I don't know, man. To bet him at minus 700 or something, I think it's too expensive in my opinion. I would take prop bets. Take a look on this, maybe if you have prop bets for this card. Schulte in a late finish or something. This is probably the best way to go. or even held by decision. I don't know, guys. He can push something like happened against Nasrat Hakparast. Was a close fight. He was getting hit a lot, but at some point he put so much pressure, and he took Nasrat down there, etc. You know, even though Schulte is more prepared, way more experienced, black belt judo, etc. But I don't know, guys. At the end of the day, this guy gonna shoot, gonna go for these Imanari rolls, whatever he can invent here and try, you know. But yeah, I think if you want to parlay Schulte, I don't blame you. You know, just be careful because you never know at the end of the day. You know, and since the line is already so expensive, I would double think about it. Okay, onto the main event: Anthoy Pettis versus Clay Collard. So Anthoy Pettis, probably everybody knows this guy. Good everywhere, you know, especially in the counter punching. This guy is a very good counter puncher. You know, times guys very well with his distance management, his straight shots. You know, he can come with creative stuff, as everybody knows him for. The problem that I have with Pettis is this, you know, he's not the best. He's a very good grappler. He has dangerous submissions from his back, but gets taken down fairly easily. And against good grapplers, he always struggles. It's not the case here because Clay Collard is an okay grappler, not a good grappler, makes mistakes, you know. And we have a massive experience massive experience for Anthoy Pettis. Now Clay Collard is a tough guy. Don't get it wrong. This guy, you know what's weird for me here, that he took a boxing career as well. I don't know if he wanted to improve his hands or something, you know. But I don't know, it's quite weird that he started doing boxing, you know, and doing MMA at the same time, even though obviously both are combat sports. There's a difference, and especially the time that he puts in the gym, you know, at the elite level. I think it's tough to keep having, you know, tough competition from both sports, but I don't know, maybe he can get it done. So Clay Collard, offensively, he's a pretty aggressive guy. The problem that I have is him, that the chin is always up, the hands are down, he keeps pushing like crazy. He has okay power, you know. He has some finishes under his record because he puts so much pressure. He takes guys down and pound them. He also has a good liver shot, you know. He mixes it in well, but it's gonna be very difficult to finish Pettis here. So I'm ruling that out. There's no way that he submits Pettis, you know. So Pettis is definitely the pick here. He can KO. He can submit Collard. He can win by decision. But guys, if we have prop bets, you know, I would probably bet Collard at plus 600. And the reason is, you never know in the end, you know. Pettis, like I said, he has better striking. He can land clean on Collard's chin, you know. He can submit him. But Collard can take Pettis down, you know, even though he's an okay wrestler. I think if he puts the pressure on, you know, gets to Pettis' face, he could take Pettis down and hold him down. I think if he takes down, he can get submitted. You know, he can get caught in a guillotine. He makes mistakes with the neck. He can get caught in arm bites, triangles, you name it. But still, guys, this guy can, you know, show up. He can defend, tough it out as he always does, you know. And at the end, edge, maybe a split decision or something. So I don't know, guys. Pettis is definitely the pick here. You know, I don't blame if you want to parlay Pettis. I would parlay Pettis myself, but then I was thinking again, if I were to bet this, I would bet probably Collard by decision. If the line gets to plus 600 or even Collard straight, because you know the line can easily get to plus 600, 700 on Collard. So I don't know, guys. I'm not ruling this totally out. Take a look on this total round prop bets because Collard is a tough guy. I don't think he gets finishing under 1.5. You know, and it's not that easy to finish Collard, you know, in an overall sense. But over 1.5. If you can get at a plus money, maybe very interesting, you know. And yeah, like I said, you know, the parlay piece for me in this card is Lance Palmer and Joilton Lutterbach. I'm more confident in parlaying Palmer than I'm confident in parlaying Pettis, just for you guys to know. But again, Anthoy Pettis is a very strong pick as well. All right. So guys, like I said, the bets that I'm taking, and to wrap this up, I'm taking these bets. This is from actually one of my Patreon tiers. I'm hiding the amount that I'm betting because what brings a good strategy in betting is obviously the amount that you're betting. You can bet any line, basically, you know, as crazy as it sounds, as long as you don't go crazy and you don't lose crazy money. If you bet a tiny amount on something that can explode, you know, maybe worth it if you have a good rationale behind it. So just to tell that that's why I'm hiding the column in respect to my patrons. So some bets that I have, basically here I have Joilton Santos. Like I said, told you guys, probably I'm gonna be betting the Korean Falcon as well, even though I didn't place this bet yet. And also some parlays maybe with Lance Palmer. And I think there's another guy that said by decision quite clearly. Don't quite remember now, but yeah, these are the bets that I'm taking. I'm mostly parlaying Lutterbach. I'm parlaying him with Johnny Munoz, the UFC card, then Augusto Sakai, then Abad Guerrero, Luana Pinheiro, Stefan Sekulic. So some guys that I'm parlaying Joilton Lutterbach Santos with. Okay, and to finalize this is my Patreon, guys. So what I have here, it's basically 3 tiers. In the $10 tiers, it's the early releases, you know. So not as soon as I can, I put the bets that I'm taking on the fight, especially the UFC cards. So let me just open this up here to show you guys how does it show up, because this is not an UFC card, so I didn't quite made this style here because I wanted to make a little bit quicker video. But if you have never seen my videos before, this is the type of things that I do. I show the UFC card, especially. I tell how much I bet, you know, how confident I am in each of the picks, how much I'm betting in terms of units or percentage wise. I don't tell exactly the bets. This comes from my Patreon tier, but you guys can have a good idea, you know, how confident I am. For example, I was very confident on Romanov. He won, even though, you know, I was surprised by the outcome and the way he behaved in the fight. I was quite confident on Alex Munoz. It was a close fight, but Peña showed up, so I won this one, I lost this one. Then Gastelum, I had a bet on him, he got dominated. And then I had Jessica Penne and some bets on him, you know, on her, sorry. So this is how it comes out. And if you want to wish why you should support me, there is also a video in the description. Take a look at this. You know, you can definitely get this $10 back to you very quickly. For $15 is the same idea here, but I comment with the post with the prelims, with the prop bets. I'm sorry, so a prop bet that I'm taking. I don't show the amount, and the $50 tier is everything that I know, line by line, and showing how much I'm betting. And I have bets up until May already, so what should be combined for how much, and you guys can have everything that I know. All right, so just to finalize this, what I have as of now, you know, for the last card for UFC and ESPN 22. So basically for the UFC card, I was up yeah, because it's quite mixed here. Yeah, I think I was up probably. Yeah, let's do one thing. So I lost nearly 1.7 units on the boxing. I thought that Jake Paul and Ben Askren would go to the decision, and then I had I'm still, you know, for the weekend 0.5 units, so which means that I was getting like nearly 2 units profit on the latest UFC card, right? So it's still the things are not going so profitable in the last event, but still things should catch up. You know, I think I have some strong plays for the next week, and obviously feel free to support the channel. I appreciate it a lot. All right, so that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, let me know, and I'll see you next time. This is Rodder Bet, bringing the best, most consistent and transparent betting strategy for you.